Welcome back to In La Cocina, in the kitchen. I'm your host, Mike Gonzalez. We are back in the cookwithus.com kitchen. We got a fun dish for you, especially with the kids back in school. It's really easy. It's a Mexican pizza. It's great for those NFL parties, and we all know college football season is here. We got some great college football teams. Washington State, hopefully they get better. Washington, a lot better last year. Oregon, y'all know you're good. So this is a great Northwest dish. Some really fresh ingredients. It's healthy. We've got this Don Pancho tortilla that we're going to make it on. Some of the best tortillas that they make, and the thing is gigantic. And Frank Wiedemann and I thought, let's measure this thing. How exactly big is it? Right around 12 and a half. That's pretty big, Frank. All right, let's check out what other fresh ingredients are involved. Oh, there's so many fresh ingredients in this pizza. You can see our toppings. We've got pineapples, peppers, mushrooms, everything in between. Then our sauce, it's a tomato-based sauce, and you can see we've got the oregano, we've got basil, we've got all the good fresh toppings that you need, garlic, some of my favorite. The first thing that we're going to do, though, is we're going to rehydrate these dried chilies. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to rehydrate these dried chilies. We've got our little saucepan, about a cup of water that we've got boiling. And what you want to do is just want to throw the full chili in there, your guajillos and your anchos. And sometimes they're going to pop up. So we've got this little iron doohickey here, kind of a cooking iron. Just got to be careful that you don't tip your pot over. So you're going to let that cook about 10 minutes. Let it boil about 10 minutes. It's going to get nice and soft. Well, while that's going on, I'm going to get to my sauce. The first thing we're going to deal with is our chorizo over here. And don't forget that they're encased. I know when you first start cooking, you just kind of take it and you take it. Whoa, wait a minute, there's casing on that. What you want to do, you want to cut right across. You don't want to go too deep because that's going to kind of mess things up. You miss a spot. There you go. And you literally just peel it off. It's pretty simple. But make sure you take that casing off. You don't want to not take the casing off. We've got our chorizo cooking, and we've got it in our skillet, and what we're going to do is we're going to cook it about 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to keep your eye on it. It's not an exact science. We've got it on basically low to medium heat, so what you're going to do is just keep your eye on it, watch it cook. It's a lot like, cooking ground beef, so what you can do as that's cooking, we're going to start to deal with our chilies and our sauce that we're going to make. We've got some great ingredients. Fresh tomatoes picked from the garden. We've got our chilies that have been boiling. Let's check them out. They're nice and soft. They're ready to go. So we're going to take them out. And what we want to do is we want to take the seeds out of them, kind of de-seed them a little bit, because you don't want too many seeds in your sauce. It's going to make it a little bit hotter. It's a simple process. We got our scissors right there. Cut off the stem. It's called the butterfly technique because you're kind of making a butterfly. You can just scrape them off, and it comes off really easy when they're nice and soft. It comes off really easy. Throw them right in, one after another. We'll deal with our guajillo now. Guajillo's a little bit more easy to deal with than the anchos as far as cutting them. You can really see that easy butterfly technique. Let's complete this sauce. Our whole tomatoes, you can throw them right in. Super simple. A couple baseballs going in there. We got our garlic, freshly peeled. Healthy pinch of salt. It's going to complete it. And take note, we've got a little water on standby. Sometimes, it's not going to liquefy the way you want it. So, what you can do is throw a little bit of water in there and look with your eyes. You're gonna kind of be able to judge. You guys are smart out there. So I'm gonna throw this thing on puree. Watch it go to work. Looks good. Okay, so we've got our strainer now. What we're gonna do, throw some oil on our pan before we start. About a tablespoon. We're going to take our sauce, and the goal here is We're going to strain it through. Trying to get all the seeds and all that stuff out of there because you don't want too many seeds because, you know, we got as many seeds as we could get out of our guajillos and our anchos, but obviously some are going to be in there. So you're pushing this through your strainer, making it nice and pure, keeping that flavor intact. Oh man. Okay, our chili puree, so it is cooking in our skillet. Oh man, it smells so good. I just want to kind of eat it right now, but I got to contain yourself, Mike. We've got our tomato paste that we're going to put in there. And we've got our oregano. One of my favorite Mexican spices, paprika. Using about a half teaspoon, so you don't have too much in there. And then a pinch of salt. And we've actually got some sugar. We got the azúcar in here. A little bit of that. And what that's going to do is kind of counterbalance the flavor. And we've got a half a cup of water. You're going to mix that up. And what this is going to have is really that smoky, earthy flavor with all the combinations that we've got in there. And you guys are just going to be loving it. I know it. All right, final step. We're going to sauce this baby up. Oh, man, this smells so good. And here's the deal. We've got to remember, we got the Don Panchos, these big old tortillas that we're using. And what we like to do here is we actually use 2, and that's going to make it a little bit thicker. What I like to do is put my sauce on the inside. You're not going to put as much sauce on the bottom one, and you're going to kind of work it. Remember, you're working it from the inside out as far as the sauce goes. And when you put your ingredients on your pizza, you're going to kind of work from outside in. So it's kind of opposites. So on our top layer, we're putting on much more. All right, check that out. I feel like a Puerto Rican Italian here working this baby. It's called working it. Is that what you guys call it, Lynn and Frank? It's kind of like a workout. All right. So once you got all your sauce on, it's time to put on our other ingredients. We got our chorizo right here, and I tell you what, I think I can eat this by itself. Looks so good. You're working that on there. And there's really no rocket science in terms of, you know, how you throw your stuff on your pizza. And if it's not quite on the edge, you know, you can work it out, work it out, work it out. That's what we're talking about. And everybody's got their own pizza technique. Okay. So it's time for our quesos. We got our Oaxaca right here. And what you want to do is you want to just cut them in real thin slices and spread them around your pizza crust. All right, let's pull these babies out of the oven. Got this baby. Got on our pan. Check that thing out. All right, time to cut this puppy up and have me a piece. I want to be nice and firm with it. Cut across the other way, nice and firm. And I saved myself that one. Then I cut them individually. No, you're not supposed to do that. You're actually supposed to cut them even. All right, we got pizzas galore. We're gonna have a Mexican pizza party. The only thing we need are mariachis, man. That would make this complete. How about a bite? Oh man, I can taste the basil, the garlic, the chorizo, the queso, all blends. Nice earthy flavor, tastes so good. Mexican pizza, everybody, so easy, so good. You want more information on this recipe? Just go to our website, HispanicFoodNetwork.com. You can also go to cookwithus.com. They've got recipes, they've got cooking tips, and how you can take classes. All right. You're welcome.